up on Crossfire Collectibles, the Marvel Legends series, the Punisher War Journal, Punisher vs. Bushwacker. Stick around. What's up and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unpacking and reviewing the Marvel Legends series, the Punisher War Journal, Punisher vs. Bushwacker 2-pack. So finally, we got a new Punisher, and this is one I really wanted. Classic comics, Punisher War Journal. Couldn't ask for a better figure. Along with that, you get one of his arch nemesis, Bushwacker. Kind of crazy. They've never done him in any figure form, so this will be interesting. But we're going to go ahead and take a peek at the packaging and see what we got inside. So here is the all-black box. Punisher, Bushwacker, the Punisher War Journal logo. Marvel Legends series. There you see Punisher right there. He has an alternate head as well. Several options for hand swaps. And a small arsenal to the side. Down here you have a little explosion effect. And then you have Bushwacker right here. A couple of extra hands as well. And not sure what's down in there, but I'm sure we'll see it once we get it open. Off to the side, you have a shot right from the comics with Punisher and Bushwacker. Around to the back, you have a couple comic covers here, all from Punisher War Journal. And up here you have this small mini bio. A rogue assassin known as Bushwacker is on the mission to eliminate all mutants when he clashes with the crime-fighting vigilante Punisher. Pretty much sums it up. Off to the side here, you got your Punisher Skull, Marvel Legends series, Punisher War Journal at the top, BPC at the bottom. So now let's go ahead and pop this open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, with the announcement of that new Punisher figure, I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. I've been wanting a new Punisher, and this one almost fits the bill. It's not my 100% perfect version in my world that I'd want, but it's good enough, and he looks great from what I can see. Anything else in there? Oh look, we actually got some crap. So behind the figures in the packaging, you have that red and black diorama background from the pages of the Punisher War Journal, of course. Close that back up and put it all to the side. And then we'll show off our figures in their plastic dungeon. So now, first thing I was looking at was these weapons over here. And I see some similarities. So they're actually going to use some G.I. Joe classified weapons with Marvel Legends. Interesting. I like that head, but I don't really care for the grin too much. I think I would prefer this one. And if that bandana comes off, I'm happy. You get a grenade in here, Bushwacker, and some of his stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and just start popping some of this out. This is going to take a minute, especially going over all the weapons. But we have this little blast effect here. And I like this. You have, you know, the explosion here. Some shrapnel shooting off. You can actually see it on the ends of these pieces here. And I would assume this is a grenade explosion. So that's cool. I can definitely use that for something. And that's a nice addition right here. I like that. We'll go with Bushwacker first. So we'll go ahead and pop out his accessories. So he's only got two. And it looks like he has a regular gloved hand. So you got a little bit of a trigger finger on here. You can see the gloves are kind of very small or tight on him. It's pretty funny. Hinge peg at the wrist will allow inward and outward movement. Second hand. So as you can see, there's no glove and there's a barrel for an index finger. There's also a hole at the end of that finger for a blast effect. Now, some people are asking, who was Bushwacker? Go ahead and give you a little backstory while we take the figure out. First, let's show off this hinge here, which will allow an up and down movement. So Bushwacker made his first appearance in Daredevil number 248 in 1987. Carl Burbank, a trained assassin and hand-to-hand combatant and infiltrator. He frequently worked with international intelligence agencies, and although not a mutant and actually hates them, he's a cyborg with malleable skin made of a plastic material that can reshape his cybernetic arms into various ballistic and melee weapons, as well as a flamethrower. He has a regenerative healing factor, and he can also resurrect himself if he's killed. So pretty amazing powers that are done by man and he was not born with. He's fought villains along the likes of Punisher, Daredevil, Elektra, Wolverine, the Hulk. So pretty wild. Looking at the face, he's got some nice detail here, kind of Freddy Krueger-ish, bit of battle damage. I was saying to Mel over at Way I Got It Figured, you know, you could be like a, I don't know, kind of a deranged Duke. You know, if we were to put him with the Classified series, he could be like a synthoid or something. You see his little braided rat tail here, which is pretty hilarious. Definitely add the 80s with this shirt. Looking at the arms, nice detail. You have this little multi-cannon arm here. It's got some jeans on, the boots. I like the lower halves of them. This would be great for customs if you're after something like that. No hole in the back, but he has some muscle definition popping through the shirt. So we'll go ahead and quickly go over his articulations here. Head's on a ball joint. With that collar up, it's a little difficult, but he can do a full 360 at the neck. There's the hinge also to allow the head to go down that far, up that far, and you can turn it side to side. The shoulders, they feel like butterfly joints, but I'm not sure they are. There is a hinge. His arms don't come up that far at all, but they can do a full 360. Bicep rotation, double jointed pinless elbows, and of course hinged pegs at the wrist to allow them to do a full 360, and this hand can move down and up. At the torso, drag crunch that far forward, that far back, waist swivel, leg can come out that far, doesn't really go back any, and out to the side about that far. His articulation is pretty bad. Thigh rotation, double jointed pivot knees, and down at the foot you have the hinge to allow the foot to go that far forward, that far up, side to side pivot. And I thought there was some swivel, but it looks like it's not. So this is pretty wild arm over here. You can simply slide off, and then you have the exposed forearm here. We're gonna go ahead and just pop on this extra hand. I think that's a little too much, a little ridiculous. And if we were to pop off the right hand, we can go ahead and give him that little gun hand. You know, pew. All right, so there's a little backstory and some articulation on Bushwacker here. Put his accessories off to the side. And now, he needs no introduction, Frank Castle, the Punisher. So we'll go ahead and check out all his accessories that he's got in here. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut things out. So first, we'll go over the extra hands here. And first up, we have a pair of clenched fist hands, all black to match his outfit. They also have hinged pegs. Both of them will allow them to go inward and outward. So you could put them in a straight up, you know, fisticuffs with Bushwacker if you wanted to. Next, you have a left trigger hand. Also grip hand. You got the trigger finger on here, the hinge peg down and up. And the last extra hand, you have this two-fingered, maybe a death poke. Pow! You know? That's got the hinge peg to go down and up. Hands are clenched, but the fingers are straight out. Pretty funny. Now up the top here, you got this little grenade. So this is cool. Got the all green cylinder here. There's the all the pin mechanisms and stuff like that up the top. So not much to it. Simple grenade. You know, if you were to chuck it, you got your explosion. Boom! Pretty awesome. Moving in order, we'll go ahead and just pop out the next Punisher head. So here it is, kind of with his screaming rage face. You know, maybe he just took a hit, maybe he's just going in all out. Brah, I don't care, brah. It's pretty awesome looking, actually. You can see a lot of detail on it. He's got the face stubble. You see his teeth, tongue, you know, lips, all the good stuff. Even the wrinkles on his forehead above his eyebrows. The black hair. Nicely detailed. Let's go ahead to his weapons here. So we'll start with his pistol. Now you have a very dark gray with brown grip. Pretty nice. Could be a 9, could be a 45. You make it up as you go. Now he's got a pair of submachine guns here. And the first up, he's got this little Tech 9. You have the magazine in the front. It's not removable. There's a hole at the end for a blast effect. We've seen this before with the Classified series Destro. And this is just more of a gray color. So pretty neat. Next little submachine gun we got is an Uzi. So just a bit larger than the classified scale for this Uzi. You would think this would be the same one that's with Snake Eyes. I did some comparison and it's actually not. So you can see it's the same color as the other weapons. You have that extended barrel here. I do not believe that the suppressors that come with the G.I. Joe Classified would fit on them. This is just a bit larger, like I mentioned. You can see probably clearly with the handle itself. Magazine is not removable, no blast effect, but it looks good. And then finally, you have his assault rifle. Now this is what I was looking forward to. So you got a magazine in here, you got a scope, you got the grenade launcher on the front, you got the different color stock on the back. So pretty cool. I would use this with my Punisher, you know, more than likely, as always, is like his, you know, main primary weapon. He used these quite a bit in the comics, and I'm pretty fond of them. We'll figure it out and see what we're going to put with him. I'm not sure yet, but nice little option for weapons here. Let's go ahead and pop our Punisher out. And here he is. All black, with jet black outfit, which looks absolutely great. He's got the skull on his chest. I see a few, you know, dots possibly where it's a little bit of weathering. It could be actually paint errors, but it looks good on the suit. You have the belt all black around here with the extra mags in the front making the teeth of the skull. Little shoulder harness he's got going around. It has some shells on the front of it. And then there's the face, which looks just super fantastic. A lot of detail in there. You see his aging. You know, you see some scars, some battle damage. He's got the stubble growing in. Very cool. Got the white bandana on, which looked like and almost felt like it could come off. And if it can, that'll be absolutely awesome because I'll take that damn thing off. But I don't think it's going to. It's kind of pried up in there under his hair. I mean, if you work with it, you can take it off, I'm sure. But I'm not going to mess the figure up just by taking off his bandana, so I'll leave it on him. Got a holster down on his left thigh. He's got this open hand on the left arm, which is pretty nice. And then another grip hand here on the right. Got the trigger finger. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the articulation on him. Again, the hinged ball joint for the neck. Allow the head to go down that far, up that far, and not really any side to side. You can rotate a full 360. Check out the shoulders, and they're definitely butterfly joints. The arms can do a full 360. The hinge at the shoulder allows the arm to come up and extend out that far. Nice range of motion. Bicep swivel. double jointed pinned elbows. And down at the hands, you have the hinge peg that allows a full 360 downward and upward movement. So on this side, inward and outward. Very nice so far. He feels really smooth too. Bushwacker was a bit rougher. He feels great. With that belt, he can go forward that far, and ab crunch will allow him to go back that far. There's the torso swivel, and doesn't feel like any waist swivel at all. Interesting. So down at the legs, leg can come forward that far, back that far, out to the side that far. Thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees. He's got calf rotation, and down at the ankle, the hinge allows the foot to go that far forward, that far up, and of course side to side pivot. Wow, so the articulation on this is much better than Bushwacker, and it's actually really good. I do like the articulation they give you with this Punisher figure. It's pretty great. Check out his stability, and it's pretty solid. So no need for a peg for his foot. Bushwacker may need one, but I'm not too worried about him. Punisher is the man that's getting displayed with this set. So now he's already set up, so I'm going to go ahead and toy around with the Punisher and take that hand off. And we're just actually going to give him both the trigger hands. So we'll pop that one on, and I want to gear him up. So we'll give him his pistol in his holster right here. For the hell of it, actually, I'm going to toss on this little poking hand here. So if he were like, you know, coming at Bushwacker, he could be like, ugh, hit him in the ribs. He's like, ah, you know, it's funny. Sorry, I got to play with my toys for a second. But no, we're not going to use that. We're going to stick with this. No punching hands for these guys. And I'm going to give him his assault rifle, which he should actually have with both hands actually gripped up. So we'll slide it on like that. So he's like debating what to do. That's pretty cool. The plastic is a little flimsy on this, but it'll work. I actually want to do something like that. I think that looks great. Now if I did do this, I could just have him maybe kind of holding this down, and we'll check out the Uzi. That handle is like huge, but I'm surprised it actually fits. Stand him back, something like that. Man, he looks great. There's a lot of different things I want to do with this figure, but I think we'll go ahead for the video and just give him a regular pose, so that way we can show him off. Afterward, we'll decide what to do. But great figure. All right, let's go ahead, toss these two up onto the turntable, and we'll give you some final thoughts. Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments. All right, so here you have it. The Marvel Legends series, the Punisher Warzone Punisher vs. Bushwacker 2-pack from Hasbro. Cool set. Great Punisher figure. Was absolutely just blown away when I saw they were announcing this one. I was like, yes, getting it, pre-ordering it right away, grabbed them. Had them a few days, but getting around to it toward the end of the weekend. We'll get back to some more classified stuff this week, but we had to get this done. I got a spot for my Punisher and I need him on there like now. Bushwacker, first time introducing him as a figure. And I mean, I guess to make sure he sells, they got to include him with the Punisher pack. I wouldn't have picked him up. Wasn't really a fan of him. I think the whole, you know, government stuff that they did on him and, you know, made his arm cybernetic so they could just turn into all these types of weapons is a little ridiculous. But, I mean, I guess it's better than a mutant ability. You know, some people like Random who can form a gun with their arm and then shoot it. It's just kind of off to me. But, cool concept. A good fighter, you know, fighting the Punisher. He's gotten close a few times with several, you know, superheroes and has nearly beaten quite a bit of them. But I don't know, he just I wasn't really a fan of him, but you know, we needed somebody to come with this set and he always fought the Punisher. But it's nice to put him in a war journal and especially give you that Punisher that we got here. It looks great. If it was up to me, I would have given him probably a third head, maybe a different hairstyle, lose that bandana, have more of a straight face, something that, you know, I think would stand out a little bit more. I'm okay with the bandana, but I would take it off if it was up to me, so I could just have an all black Punisher costume with that good Frank Castle face and nice little arsenal. Maybe another weapon I could fit on his back or something, but I'm not complaining too much. There's a lot of good parts with this, and it's a good set. I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave a giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you can notify when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.